Alright, welcome back everybody, welcome back to the drawing. So, today I'm gonna be working again on the magical girl story and then the drawing of it. So, I fixed the line art, and now we're gonna be fixing the colors, and then we're gonna be adding the color palette to it. Then after that, we're gonna be fixing the background, and then we're gonna go towards the shading, I believe. And then that should be it. All right, so let's get started. And allow me to tell you what I figured out and what I learned. Well, not from this, but from something else that I figured out this week. So there you go. Stupid controller. Why are you always there when I don't want that? All right, let's continue. So yeah. First things first, we're gonna be looking at the colors right here, which we have. So we don't need the. You can see already what happened here with all the colors that it is like a little bit blurry at the moment, but it shouldn't be that blurry at all, especially if we are almost once we're finished with it. So it's gonna be looking very clean after we fix the damn thing that we had. So first things first, we need to grab we need to grab that one. And as you can see, we have this color right here, and we can just casually, do very straightforward. We can just call this up, and then, from there we can then move on to the next part. So the idea of what I figured out this week, well, yesterday, was that I was able to figure out how to get my point across. No, not my point across. My language problem that I have when I try to write stuff down, which is a major problematical thing which happens. I figured out that if I would be able to make the conversation more natural and figure out a way to get it done by images, it would be fixable, even though I'm trying to avoid the problem at hand. But it should actually work. Well, it should be working. So I'm gonna be working towards that to see if that is a solution I can come up with, and then go from there on to see if I can do that to fix a lot of things with it. So yeah, I hope that does explain it. I don't think I explained a lot, but it explains a lot to me at least. Let's put it in the easy way possible. I fixed a lot of things. So I had a lot of problem with the speaking of the language itself, and then writing it down is like a major issue for me. So fixing it by removing certain language barriers would actually it would technically fix it. So by removing certain aspects which I have a problem with, which happens, because what the hell did you just wrote down? It doesn't make any sense. It's gibberish. So by fixing that problem right there, that would fix a lot of the problems with the sentences. So what I'm going to be trying to do is getting the getting rid of certain types of grammatical issues by using a program, and then using that to fix it. And then I came to the realization that my sentences are incorrect, so which are not helping at all. So yeah, so I'm trying to figure out if I can do it in another way by using another program, and well, changing my point of view from a book to another aspect, and then see if that would work. Probably it will. Probably it will work, even though it is even though it's gonna be probably a little bit hard to do. So yeah. But yeah, the amount. Oh my God! Really, YouTube? You gotta be giving me some sweet ass problematical issues, aren't you? Yeah. YouTube is not receiving enough to maintain a smooth streaming, such as viewers will experience some buffering. No shit. No shit. Today was actually the day that everything went south, so if I'm correct, it was today that it's supposed to be happening. I don't know, but anyway, it is what it is. I know that I cannot trust a review of YouTube itself because YouTube is a total asshole in most cases. So I'm trusting my guts that everything is gonna be working just fine. After all, I have nothing else better to do. Because technically, if you look at the stream set, if I look at the stream settings, yeah, it has been done on normal latency, so technically it should work all fine and well. Oh, I know what the problem is. Hold on, I probably know what the problem is. Yes. We're just gonna be looking at something really quick. No, that is not the case. Huh. Alright. That is just YouTube's fault. YouTube is being a dick, as always, being an annoyances. Even though I'm trying to do a very steady stream with an 11-second delay, it still happens that sometimes YouTube is not responding properly because YouTube has a very bad connection issue, especially if a lot of people are doing streams or whatever reason. It causes YouTube to fall behind and be like, oh no, I don't know nothing, and then it's like you double check and everything just works fine. It's like, what the hell? Why are you giving me these advices? I had it once with the problem in the once I did a stream and then the whole YouTube went south. I had it with the preview not loading, even though the stream was loading properly, which is a major issue, by the way. Okay, man, don't be an asshole. Come on, get to the point where I need to be. Thank you. All right, so now we're gonna be fixing this part. Wow, YouTube is having a sluggish day today, isn't it? Yep. My whole PC is literally melting away because, apparently, zooming in from this aspect is not a good idea. Well, I'm not blaming my PC for doing anything wrong here. I'm just loading in everything that I need and then remove the remaining problems, like for instance here. And I'm just fixing this, which is really good. So yeah, I'm trying to get everything here just nice and easily. So I want to get the whole all the colors being done properly, and then remove all the remaining parts that need to be done. So all this coloring needs to be done, but the amount of stuff that needs to be removed. So the color will be fixed, and so then I can use the very easy button of alpha to get the other color palettes into it. And then once we're done with that, we can then merge all the layers with each other, therefore creating a very tiny document, which is important here. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on this part right here. It would be good. But yeah, I found a program, and I'm gonna be trying to use that and see if that works. But first, I need to make a lovely little how do you say that? Lovely little label to get everything working quite properly. So yeah, I'm gonna be making a label that works. Well, not a label that works, a label that will represent what I'm gonna be doing. So therefore, that will fix a lot of problems or issues at least. Interesting. So the human hand is actually behind. Oh yeah, the human hand is behind that. But first I need to fix this, because otherwise I won't be able to fix it properly. Alright. Now we can take a look. We only loaded one. We have the book here, yes. Alright, good. Now we need to just casually remove the parts that we don't need. So, yeah. It's gonna be lovely once it's all once it's all done, so I just need to be not worrying about it anyway. It is gonna be a glorious day today. Especially since it's raining, and I don't mind if it is raining anyway. The main issue I had with rain is always that, it ruins some ruins some clothing, but for the rest it does not ruin anything. I'm gonna go to a theme park tomorrow, so I won't be able to stream, but theme park is good, It's a great theme park. And I like theme parks that are, good in most cases. So what I'm going to be doing in that theme park, well, probably just follow all the rides. And hopefully all the rides are going to be, empty because of all the rain. Probably not, I'm not having my hopes up that high, but if it is possible, it would be very, very cool if all the rides will have no line at all. That is always the greatest thing about, theme parks. You never know what you need to expect there. Because sometimes, theme parks are really, really crowded. Other times, the theme parks are like, no one is there. I had it once in the, what do you say? The Christmas, yeah. In a Christmas day, I actually had once. I went to a theme park with my little niece, and we were able to get on almost every ride there on the outside. So all the outside rides were all opened, and I was able to go on the rides almost indefinitely. Yeah, I almost did. It was actually the big giant ship that goes up and down, but hey, infinite rides on that? Don't mind if I do. So we were almost on it for, what, an hour or two? Probably. I had a blast. But yeah, the amount of stuff that can happen in a theme park is actually quite cool, because you can do lots of stuff. I once did a run of just going in a single rides, and then just see how quick I was able to get a ride compared to the others. And I must say, a single ride is actually really fast. I wasn't expecting to be like 5 minutes and then boom, and you're already in a single ride again, which is like insanely fast in most cases. So yeah. Now, as you can see, all of this vague color, all these vague colors need to be going away, because we're giving giving this a proper look. Therefore, we don't want any of these vague representations of the color. The main problem with this vagueness is, like, it's very impure, so you have like a lot of transparency between it. You don't want transparency in your colors. Oh hell no. Well, you could, but not here, not here, absolutely not. Because if I would go for transparency in the colors, I would actually cause a lot of problems once I'm doing, the background, or if I would implement this into, I don't know, maybe a game or something like that, then, well, the things will go not as planned, and that is the main issue with it. So yeah, um, gonna be working on these things, and gonna be working precisely because we want to erase as much of these vague lines as possible, so that we have like a clean color of the color that we want, and then be able to use the alpha to get the rest of the colors into it. So yeah, let's take a look. No. Now we can see all the stuff that we want, and we see that we have made a mistake, aren't we? Yes, we did. Huh. I knew that I had to double check here, and I needed to double check just in case. Alright, now we're going to be switching back to this one, and then we're going to be switching back to 7. As you can see, I need to draw here, and I need to draw here, and then go up like that. Right. I need to add. Oh boy, this is gonna be a pain in the ass to fix. And so we have this part right here. That is correct. But this part right here needs to be also there. No. What happened here is actually quite problematic. So we need to fix it. The main issue is that we have this this body, but as you can see, there is something here missing, which is like, a very important part, a very important piece. So let's see. We want it not like that. We need to make it more straight line. We need to make it straight line like so. Alright, like that. Now it's fixed. As you can see, a lot of issues can occur while you're doing your regular busy work, like fixing or drawing, and then you realize like, well, this is a problem, isn't it? So we want this to be like that, and then we want her body to go from here to here, so that we have the, yes, this is the right line. Now we need to be very, very precise here. And now we need to get this part right up. So we have a problem that is right here. The main issue is that this part right here needs to be fixed. Because it doesn't make any sense. Well, it makes sense, but it doesn't make any sense in my case. And I need to figure out, let's see, this needs to be that big, right? Yes. And then I need to get this right there. That will fix it. As you can see, it's not the finest line. Nope, it is not the finest line, but it is a line nonetheless that is actually quite good at representing what I need to do. Now I can go back here and fix this part up. Because we forgot that part, it would look like, hey, wait a minute, there is a part of the body missing, and that is a thing that we don't want to have happening. Well, you know, we don't want to make it sure that we don't happen. Otherwise, things might go really bad really quickly. Yes, that this looks way more natural than, you know, a missing body part. All right. We fixed that. We fixed that. We fixed that. We fixed that as well. Now we need to get to point A. So we're going to be looking for point A, which is this part right here. So we're going to pick up the part where we need to be, and we're going to be looking for the parts that need to be fixed. So as you can see, there is a lot of issues with, you know, the transparency, as I mentioned earlier, which causes a lot of issues in the later stages. The main issue that I had with these things is, like, you know, all the transparency issue causing the whole body to be very, not inaccurate, but very confusing to look at. So we're going to be fixing that. We're going to be making sure that, you know, all the transparency is gone. That's why I'm actually overriding some of it. And as you can see, the more we work on this, the better it gets. The more, the better it gets, the easier it will be for us to maintain or, you know, create the effect that we want. So yeah, we're gonna be casually fixing the damn, you know, blurriness, and then, you know, go from less blurry to correctly done. So we're gonna be just touching all the lines, all the corners, all the things that we know that, you know, are things that are vague, caused of course by all the stuff that we don't want to have causing it. Alright, now we can use the erase button again, but first we're going to be saving this so that, you know, I'm not going to be losing any progress here. And we're already 25 minutes in. Nice. That's great. That is great and lovely. So yeah, as you already can probably see, the most amount of stuff that I had to do with this thing is, well, with this drawing, is that I had to redo certain types of things, like, you know, creating a bigger picture, creating a lot of things, like the coloring. That's one of the most hardest things. The fixing from small to large, and the positioning of the face, the positioning of the hands, positioning of the body. You know, it's not the best. Honestly, it's not. But it's very important that we understand that, you know, all this work, all this hard work will be eventually, you know, transferred from this to something else, which is important, you know. I had problems with coloring a lot, and I think I did a pretty good job on making good old-fashioned, you know, look on it, make it authentic or whatever it is it's called. But I made the color correctly, corresponding to what corresponding to the crystal. I gave, you know, the blue theme to it. I gave some blue theming to it, which is important because, you know, we're going to be using blue a lot in the background, so therefore, you know, I want that to represent that. Of course, we don't want to represent the blue everywhere. We just want to represent the blue power of the crystal in the background. That's the idea of it. Of course, that is of course a major thing that needs to be, very very done well, but it's a thing that I need to do anyway, so I have no problems whatsoever trying to fix it. Alright, problems no more. Good. Now we can see, like, well, we have this one, we have this one, we have this one. Now we need to look for, well, we can look for the yellow which we had in the first place, and we want to make sure that that is also fixed. We don't want this big, we don't want this orange yellow, we want this bright yellow, and then fix it later on. That's the idea. We don't need this dark grayish arrow, well, this grayish look to it, because we actually caused this by resizing. Somehow, it didn't went with the other one. Alright. Now we are going to be working towards this part right here. So we're going to be looking to this. We already can see, like, well, this needs to be fixed. So we're going to be fixing it. As you can see, a lot of stuff needs to be fixed, and some of it, takes longer than other things. And I must say, it's very hard to get things properly done, especially when it comes to certain things like this. And then after this we will be going towards the body hair, probably. Well, not the body hair, I mean the hair itself, and the all this stuff underneath, all this stuff there. So now we did that, we can now look back at it. We can look at this. Well, this is all that is that. Alright, well, now we're going to be looking at the hair, which is one of the major things that need to be fixed, right? Yes, it's one of the major things that need to be fixed. As you can see, apparently the hair got itself mangled up with the face, which is like a thing that can happen. Honestly, it's a thing that can happen, yes. But we don't want this. We don't want any of that to happen. We want this to be, just a casual hair. And then, after all this hair, we need to install some, well, not countermeasures, but we need to install some certain type of events that need to be triggered. So we need to get the lighting in it and all that stuff, all the shines into it. So yeah, I mean, it's not the hardest part. This one here is like one of those things that is quite easily to fix. It's just, it's a lot of consistency that needs to be done. And you need to be aware of, this. You need to be aware of all that nasty little vague color that needs to be gone, because it needs to look clean so that we can then implement the shading precisely. But yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be going to a theme park, and I hope I will have my best day ever. Well, technically I already have, but that's different. They always say that fun cannot be had once you already experience it, but I would say the difference. I like having fun multiple times the same way. because I'm never getting tired of hearing the same soundtrack 20 times over and over again. It's one of those things that I like about theme parks. So now we're going to be adding that. Look how clean this looks already. I like it. You can already see where, all this stuff is going to come. And now it's just very important that we are, able to just work with the it's just very important now that we work with the color itself, and then work around, get all the parts done, because if we now press the alpha button we can change everything that is on this side, so we cannot draw over this, and that is how we're going to be changing the color of the hair with least amount of effort. Also, this is also how I'm going to be creating the shading. Well, not all of it, but a lot of it. At least the color palette is going to be used here. So, well, not now, but eventually, once we're done with all the parts that need to be going out of existence, because we don't need it. We don't need it. We don't want it. We don't need it. We don't want it. We just need to get ourselves that thing later on. And it's just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and once we're done with all the done with all the outside work on this, it will pay off big time. We just need to be very patient upon this. So yeah, let's see. Well, that looks already far more clean than I expected it to be beforehand. Nice. That position of the legs, I should have placed it. No, it's correct. It looks strange, but it is correct. Hold on. I should have moved this upwards, didn't I? Because this is the leg part, and this is the part where the teeth. So here should it be. So technically I should have moved it right here. Ooh. Is that too late to... Is that too... I'm just gonna be saving this. Come on, fix. Thank you. I'm gonna be... Let's see if this is too late to fix it, but... Since we have here, we actually should have gone right here already, the lag part. And that would have fixed that lag, and then this shouldn't be like that. So if I now That would not work then, right? Well, now that leg looks better, but let's take a picture here. Yes and no. Well, we know now where the legs are, but oh boy. Self-judgment is such a bad thing for me because I don't know how to do it properly. Hold on, now I need to figure out if I need to add this part. So now I need to actually move this part upwards to here, right? Otherwise that leg won't work. Yes, otherwise that leg won't work because now the knee is here and the knee is here, so that would make it. Oh, the knee is right here. Yes, so I need to do it like that. Oh boy, I am not happy with this result, but it's a tiny fix that needs to be done. Otherwise, you know, we're not going to be having a nice time. Otherwise, we're going to have a bad time here, which is not good. It's always lovely to see that the proportion is out of whack. We can't have that happen, especially with that thing. And now that leg looks way too muscly. So we need to lower it down then. Like so. Yes. Like so. But that would not make no sense. But that would make it better, but I don't know if it is gonna be better for me in the long run. If I could just move that part upwards. I should have moved the I really hate this when this happens, you know. I'm busy with doing stuff and then I realize like stuff is not stuff is out of whack. Alright, well we can fix this. We just need to Alright. We can fix this. We just need to grab the whole body part here. So we're gonna do that again. Like that. Like that. So now we have this. Now we have the part we have right here is the legs. So we want to actually position them a little bit more to the left, like so. Of course, this will not drag us with the lines of what we had in the front, and now that looks much better. Alright, so we have now centralized the legs. We have centralized the legs properly. Good, good, lovely. Now we're going to be just casually removing certain parts that we don't want. We don't want this part right here. We don't want this part right here. And now this should actually fix the problem that we had. Oh, even though, you know, it is a very, very strange way of fixing it, it's still a fix, nonetheless. Jeez Louise. Alright, now the legs look, now it is much better. because now if we see this leg needs to be over here. Hold on, I need to draw this in the red thing. So I need to draw this into a red. I need to draw this with red so that we can see what I mean. So if we now look here, this is 1, this is 2, this is 1 leg part, this is 2, going down. So yeah, we have this part right here, which is right over here. We have then the body, right so. This is the midsection. So we have this part right here. So we could say like, well, you know, these legs are pretty long, which they are technically. Technically, they always are like super long. Those things, it's insane. So we have now this, we have that, such, and then we have the hand right here with all the, you know, bone structures combined. We have this part right here, which is that hand there. And we have this part right here with all the lovely, you know, hand parts. And then we have, you know, the face, which has like, you know, the skeleton, spooky, scary skeleton vibes. Yeah, spooky, scary skeleton vibes. There you go. Oh man, that's Obsidian. That is some ugly graphics right there, but nonetheless, it is spooky, scary skeleton, so it doesn't matter that much. It matters that we are now that we found the fix, which is good. So yeah, we fixed the problem. Good. Now get that oblivion out of my face. Now we only need to fix this part right here. It needs to be steady instead of long, which needs to be done anyway. No. Can we go for this? Oh no, we need to get that angle. That is an awful angle. Like so? Yeah. No. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get this. Yes, there you go. We got this part right here, so we need to technically go for there you go. See, this is why skeletons are so easy to use, because you can see where the legs need to be without getting your self-doubt into oblivion. So this is where the bullet needs to go. Alright. Thank you. Thank you, legs. You fixed my problem. And we need to end it with this. Because technically this needs to be like that. Right? Yep. Technically it needs to be like that. Alright, cool. So we fixed that. We fixed this problem. Even though you know it's not the best lines ever, but it is lines which are decent. Because holy hell, it took us way too long time to see this happening. Alright, fine. Now, I prefer the other one. Just draw over it. Alright. Now we're gonna be this part, because we need to do that as well. So we're gonna pick up our color that we had before. We're gonna shut down our red light, and we're gonna be coloring some. We're gonna be coloring here a lot. So we need to do that. So first things first, we need to remove a lot of this. As you can see, a lot of it has been a problem with, you know, the legs. Always happens sometimes when, you know, you're trying to do something and, you know, the legs are like, well, you know what, I am not liking this. I will refuse to do your bidding. And sometimes, you know, that is a thing that happens with these stupid coloring. Oh well, you know, that's what you get when you try to zoom in and zoom out. It's not a lot of busy work. It's a lot of work that, you know, coloring needs to be done. And we're almost done, so I'm very happy how far we already got at this. So yeah. So from here we need to get that part. How long is it already? Oh man, it's already 50 minutes in. Yikes. That's a lot. Well, we have until an hour, so I'm gonna be fixing the legs and then I'm gonna be calling it a day. Oh, I see now. Why is it always that every single time I try to do something properly and boom, instantly I spot a mistake? So we need to lower this part down, because clearly, you know, you don't want to have a lag that, you know, is like oh. So we don't want that. We want to make sure that we have it on black. Like that. There you go. No, that will make no sense. I will prefer this over the other one. So yeah, not on that part, thank you. Alright. Now the only thing we need to do now is get under there, and then boom. Alright, now we done that, we can now continue with our whatever we wanted to do in the first place. Which was, you know, looking at this. Alright. No. That line needs to be that line needs to be going away. I don't like it. I don't like it. Yes. Stupid lags. Why is it always something? You know, it's every single time, you know, you try to fix something and then boom. No. Not the legs. Legs needs to be fixed. Yes, I know, but looking at the trajectory of the moon in the atmosphere, you know, you realize that the legs are like. So if I'm gonna go for this, would that work? Yes, it would work, but then I need to remove that part right now. And then I finally have the answer to my solution. Jeez Louise, that took way too long. That took way too long. Let's see. That is now the solution, right? Because if I'm now some long legs, I'll tell you that. So we have that leg. That leg needs to go underneath here and then it should be fixed. Yes. Now, why is this so damn difficult? Jeez Louise. It's because of how the legs work, right? Oh fuck it. I'm gonna keep it like this, and then, you know, I'm gonna be very, very sorry about the awful look on the legs, but holy hell, I am sick and tired of looking at these legs. Well, I'm not sick and tired of looking at the legs, I'm just sick and tired of constantly realizing how bad they look on the positioning. I'm gonna keep them like that, and you know, next time I'm gonna be drawing her, I'm gonna be doing it. Something doesn't work as you think it would be, you know, you're gonna be either gonna be fixing it or you're gonna be working on it next time. I already learned my lesson that, you know, sometimes legs don't work properly, so, you know, the whole positioning won't work, so therefore, next time I will draw up, I mean, in a way different, more position, which would be more advisable to begin with. So, yeah, this is what I'm gonna be doing, and I'll think I'll leave it right here. So, I hope you'll have enjoyed for today, and thanks all for watching. And I hope you'll have enjoyed. So thanks all for watching, and I hope I'll see you all next time. Until then, I wish you all a lovely day. Bye.